Holiday. Have you ever felt a chill run down your spine when you looked into a pair of eyes that seemed empty? Not just sad or tired, but hollow, as if you were staring into a void. This is the story of the hollow eyes, a phenomenon that has haunted folklore, art, and even our modern world for centuries. It's more than just a spooky tale. It's a deep dive into what it means to be human, and what happens when that spark seems to disappear. So, settle in, and let's explore the unsettling mystery of the hollow eyes. This isn't a new concept. In ancient myths from across the globe, you'll find descriptions of beings with vacant, soulless eyes. Think of the Draugr in Norse mythology, reanimated corpses whose eyes held no light, only a cold, terrifying emptiness. Or consider the Japanese legend of the Nopera, the faceless ghost whose featureless visage is often described as having dark, empty sockets where eyes should be. These stories weren't just meant to scare children. They served as warnings, metaphors for the loss of identity, the fear of the unknown, and the dread of an existence without a soul. The hollow eye was the ultimate symbol of something that looked human but wasn't. It represented a fundamental disconnect from the world of the living. As civilizations evolved, so did the depiction of the hollow eyes. During the medieval period, artists often used hollowed-out eyes in sculptures and paintings to represent spiritual blindness or damnation. Look at depictions of souls in purgatory or figures cast out from grace. Their eyes are often dark, sunken voids. This was a powerful visual tool. In a largely illiterate society, art was the primary way to convey complex theological ideas. A figure with hollow eyes immediately signaled to the viewer that this person had lost their connection to the divine, their inner light extinguished. It was a visual shorthand for a soul in peril. The Renaissance brought a shift towards humanism and realism, but the motif didn't disappear. Instead, it became more psychological. Artists like Caravaggio and Goya used deep shadows and darkened eyes to convey profound emotional states, despair, madness, and the crushing weight of suffering. Think of Goya's black paintings, created during a time of intense personal and political turmoil. The figures in works like Saturn devouring his son have wild, staring, yet empty eyes that speak volumes about horror and insanity. The hollowness was no longer just about spiritual loss, but about the fracturing of the human mind itself. It was the abyss of psychological trauma made visible. This brings us to the modern era, where the concept of the hollow eyes has taken on new, and perhaps more relatable meanings. In the 20th century, the phrase thousand-yard stare entered our vocabulary, coined to describe the unfocused, vacant gaze of soldiers traumatized by the horrors of war. It's a perfect modern example of the hollow eyes. This wasn't a supernatural curse. It was a scientifically recognized symptom of severe post-traumatic stress. The eyes are looking, but the mind is elsewhere, trapped in a loop of memory and shock. 2. The hollowness is a sign of dissociation, a protective mechanism where the mind detaches from an unbearable reality. The soldier's soul isn't gone. It's wounded, and the eyes are the windows to that wound. But you don't have to be a soldier to experience this. Today, we talk about burnout, a state of complete, physical, emotional, and mental exhaustion. Look at photos of people in the grip of severe burnout, overworked professionals, exhausted caregivers, students under immense pressure. You'll often see that same vacant look. The eyes aren't sparkling with passion or engagement. They're dull, tired, and empty. It's the look of someone who has given everything they have, and there's nothing left. The hollowness here is a sign of depletion. The inner fire that drives us, our creativity, our empathy, our joy, it's been reduced to embers. The eyes reflect a spirit running on empty cell. What's the common thread that ties ancient myths to modern-day burnout? It's the concept of disconnection. The mythical creature with hollow eyes is disconnected from life itself. The damned soul in a medieval painting is disconnected from the divine. The traumatized soldier is disconnected from the present moment. And the person experiencing burnout is disconnected from their passion, their purpose, and often from themselves. The hollow eyes are a universal symbol for a profound and painful separation. It's the outer manifestation of an inner void. But here is the most important part of this story. Hollowness doesn't have to be permanent. A night, Unlike the ghouls of legend, our hollowness can be refilled. Recognizing the 1,000-yard stare in a veteran is the first step toward getting them the help and support they need to process their trauma. Seeing the vacant look of burnout in a colleague, a friend, or even in the mirror is a crucial wake-up call. It's a signal that something needs to change, that we need to rest, to reconnect, and to heal. This is where compassion comes in. When we see those hollow eyes, our first instinct might be fear or avoidance. But the human response, the right response, is empathy. It's to ask, "Are you okay?" It's to offer a listening ear, to help someone find professional resources, or simply to sit with them in their emptiness so they know they are not alone. Re-establishing connection is the antidote to the void. It's through relationships, community, and self-care that we begin to refill the well. It's how we reignite that inner spark. The journey back from the hollow place is different for everyone. For some, it's therapy and professional support. For others, it might be reconnecting with nature, rediscovering a lost hobby, or setting firm boundaries to protect their energy. So, it's a process of slowly, intentionally, bringing light back into the darkness. It's about learning to see the world again, not as a source of pain or exhaustion, but as a place of potential and wonder. So, the next time you hear the phrase hollow eyes, don't just think of a ghost story. Think of it as a deeply human story. It's a story about loss and disconnection, but also about the incredible resilience of the human spirit. It's a reminder to pay attention to the people around us and to ourselves. If you see that emptiness, don't turn away. Reach out, connect, because the only thing that can truly fill a hollow space is light. And sometimes, we need to be the ones to help bring it back. Thank you so much for joining me on this exploration today. If this story resonated with you, please give this video a like and consider subscribing for more deep dives into the stories that shape our world. Stay curious, stay compassionate, and I'll see you in the next video.